Hello everyone, my name is James Ryan and I'm here to play for you Technically Modded Minecraft. Basically, there was an oil spurt that I saw above the ground. You may have seen that earlier, I think I showed it to you. Oh wow, laggy. I may have showed it to you, the oil well. I'm not sure if I did, taking the waypoint of it, but can trust me, there was an oil well. Then basically I set a pump above it, and a pump is an item that, well, it's a block that has this pump thing that extends down, and when it finds a liquid block, it then travels away and finds the furthest source blocks, because just like with buckets, only source blocks count. Then when it finds the furthest away source block, it removes that source block from the world and places the equivalent in terms of, liquid in a pipe. The equivalent amount of liquid in the pipe. So it basically takes the liquid out of the world and places it into the Buildcraft liquid pipe system. And then I've got that pumping into a Buildcraft tank, which is full of oil that you saw. I wanted to see if there's any more oil down here. There might be. And it also might be a great... I'm really not sure though, and this just doesn't seem all that of a good idea to me, but, we're already halfway down, so why not? Then, what happened was, after... You might want some light, actually, because YouTube audiences might not able to see as well as I am. Unfortunately for YouTube audiences, I don't have a torch on me, so I think they're just gonna have to deal with it for the moment, unfortunately for them. That's okay though. But basically I pumped the oil out, and then I had a fuel refinery, which I'll explain later. Originally this fuel refinery was run off steam engines, which I think you've seen before. I'm not sure, maybe not. But basically they're like the redstone engines, but they actually output the first substantial amount of power. They output 1 MJ per tick. MJ stands for Minecraft joule, but some people call them megajoules because in real life MJ stands for megajoule, and I think that's not too bad. And some people are silly and they call them Michael Jacksons because MJs. 5 Michael Jacksons per tick. We're getting 5 Michael Jacksons per tick. 5 MJs a tick. That's correct. That's correct, sir. No, that's not right. I mean, crap. Now I'm out of... It's okay. Maybe I can... This liquid should actually save me from the fall. Thank you, liquid. So now, there you have it. This is what oil looks like. It's just like water. Oh, crap. I'm almost out of the oil. I think. It might go a bit lower, but we're almost out of oil. So I pumped it up, and I set up a refinery. And then, at the end of one particular episode, I made a startling discovery. Oil buckets... So, if I were to right-click on a tank with oil... See, oil is a liquid. See, it's just like in the game. It's in the game just like, water and lava are. But this oil bucket actually had an EMC value. So if I were to right-click on oil source blocks, or just right-click on the tank that I was storing the oil in to get a bucket, I could change that into actual stuff. But oil, of course, was worth energy, so then I showed you guys a trick to turn energy, fuel items in... Well, you guys don't actually know anymore how the equivalent exchange transmutation table works, so I'll explain that to you later. But now that you've seen this, I'll have to go back up to explain the rest of this build, then I'll have to come back down here with an actual pick to get all these goodies. Maybe I'll turn this into another cave. That would be pretty awesome. So yeah, I'll be right back. Now there's a zombie, Thorncraft zombie too, so we might get a zombie brain out of it. That would be pretty cool. Yes! Good. Bye-bye cobblestone. Hello zombie brain. Actually, not really. It's a forbidden skull. That's still good though. Is that what it's called? No, it's called distorted skull. So I had these refineries, and I'll have to show you how they work later when I set up my next refinery. And then I think I'll explain it. But I'll show you what I've got here. Something is... Oh, I'm hungry. Okay, here's the transmutation table. I'm going to make myself some food. You're not going to want... You are going to do the following job. You're not going to stop and wonder how the heck I'm making myself my food. Okay? Because if you do, you might be totally confused. There we go. Another mushroom stew. Did I just... Oh, I've been dropping them on the ground. That's what's happened. Alright, coolio. Coolio. So basically, now I can tell you how the transmutation table works. You put items in. First of all, you have to teach items to the transmutation table by putting them in and then taking them out. Once you've done that, the transmutation table will learn that item. Transmutation table learned items are not specific to the particular transmutation table, but they are specific to the player that put them in. So if you are on a server and you learned some stuff with your transmutation table, someone else using their transmutation table, or indeed using the same transmutation table as you are, would not be from their point of view, have learned that item. Now, the way this works is you put items you want to use up their EMC on the left, like that. And if you do it in like this, even if you've got stacks, it will only take the EMC value of each item, of a single of each item, unless you've put in unimorph. So for here, I've got 4 cobble here and 2 there, but it only counts one of each of these stacks. 1 cobble from each of these stacks. So it counts 1, 2, 3, 4 cobble. And as far as it's concerned, that's all there is. Another thing you can do is burn up items in here. Useful for if you've got a lot of items you want to change around at once, or if you want to burn an entire stack. So if I want to burn this entire stack of cobble into EMC, just put it here and bam, 64 EMC was added. Then you just pull out from the right then items with the EMC near the value that the total value you've already put in, you can take out. So if I wanted to turn this 844 EMC and exchange and turn 336 of it into a bookshelf, I could. If I wanted to turn instead 128 of it into an apple, I could. If I wanted to turn 85 into copper, I could. If I wanted to turn into books, I can. Here, I'll do it for you. Then I'll put the book back. Bam. Everything is equivalently exchangeable. Oh, appetite is part of equivalent exchange. Who knew? That's really cool, and that's probably going to be really useful. And if I just want to take it all out as iron ingots, I just shift left click, it's all iron. Then I take a chest out, bam, and I'll take the rest out as dirt. So another thing you can do is target a specific item and EMC value by putting items in the center. So even if I've got a whole bunch of gold ingots in here, I can still target pistons. Piston will go at the top, and then similar item value, and then similar value items, so items that are worth the same as a piston or less, the closest item's value to it will then circle around near the piston. So 256, etc, etc, etc. Lowest ones at the top, at the bottom, highest values at the top. I think that's how it works. It's interesting, actually. I've never noticed that before, but I guess that is how it works. And the item you chose will be at the top, etc, etc. And then after that, yeah. So I've put in 4. If you notice, 4 golden ingots is actually equivalent to a diamond. So I now can pull this out as a diamond, or I can stick diamond back in and turn it back into the 4 ingots. Or I could get these 4 ingots and turn them all into iron. Now you might be saying, James, I thought it only counted one of the 4 gold ingots. And I was right, it did. Notice I put this entire stack, it only counts 256. So I only get these items to choose from. But if I shift click, so it'll just keep transmuting all of this iron until it's done. So if I ask for some chest, bam, 64 chests.